Now, in a moment, we're going to be finding out why Mackenzie Crook has dedicated the last 2 years of his life to the world of metal detecting.
But first, Joe Crowley meets a treasure hunter who hit the underground jackpot.
Would you believe it? I've got a bonus. I could buy the latest threads, maybe have a flutter on the chariots. No, I should save it. Maybe for a nice long holiday in Gaul. Oh, but with today's saving rates being so low and those pesky bankers, I don't trust putting my cash in their hands. Yeah, I know. I'll bury it right here and then remember exactly where it is. Beneath our feet lies hundreds of centuries of our ancestors' history. So how hard can it be? I mean, I've got all the gear and some big ideas about finding the next valuable hoard. Oh! Huh. Maybe I do need a few tips. What do you do? Nice and close to the ground?
Nice and close to the ground, nice and slow. Listen very carefully to the tones. High tones are good, low tones are not so good.
So to have really high pitches, what, gold?
Really, well, it actually isn't. It's in the mid-range.
Oh, right,
gold,
okay.
So,
but generally high is good?
High is good. Keep your coil moving over the top of the target once you locate.
Laurence Egerton's dedication to detecting finally paid off. To talk me through your big find.
I found a couple of small Roman coins, which is unusual for a Devon field. Dug down about 12 inches and the next shovelful was just completely coins.
You're kidding, so suddenly coins erupt in the
Coins,
field.
coins all around the heart, absolutely amazing moment. Oh my God, are there more? I phoned my wife to try and contact the authorities and the landowner to let them know I stumbled upon something quite special.
How did you safeguard the site?
It is a worry driving away from something that's potentially fantastic.
Yeah.
So I decided that I'd stay there that night in the car.
You stayed in the car that night?
I'm not really built for sleeping in cars.
There must be a sense, though, that there's a bit of money in it.
For me, it's not a money-driven hobby. It's just the artifacts and the history. It's fantastic. And this hoard, to me, is 22,000 pieces of history. It's amazing.
Laurence reported his finds as treasure, and the coins are currently being valued. Tom Cadbury at the Royal Albert Memorial Museum in Exeter has offered to show me some of them. Tom, this is incredible. Just how many coins are there here?
We've got 1,000 coins here. The other 21,000 and a bit are still in the British Museum.
So tell me about dates. How old would these coins be?
From about 318 AD through to 341 AD. They're made out of bronze. There's a tiny little bit of silver in them, but they would have been used by everybody, in general circulation. It's so rare to find this many of them.
So that's the significance, to find 22,000 together.
Yeah, so this would have been maybe a year's salary for a government official, I think it much more likely that it was in an office, say. These were the coins used to pay off the agricultural workers. For some reason, things got a bit tricky and they decided to bury them in a hole in the ground instead.
For Laurence, for any other metal detectorist, just how significant is this find?
There's so few of these hoards found in Europe. This is one of the biggest ever found.
To be honest, I think treasure hunting might require a bit more patience and dedication than I've got. But I suppose the thrill of it is, you just never know when you might strike it lucky.